Okay, just chatting with my next guest, Sophia, here in the studio. And Sophia, you are from Walking Mountain Science Center, and we were talking about coming up. There's the Fright of the Museum, but it sponsors programs that you guys do, which are so wide-ranging, including recycling and learning more about how to be environmentally friendly. And we have recycling tours of the facilities. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I'm the Sustainability Programs Coordinator at Walking Mountain Science Center, and I help to offer tours of the recycling center, the landfill, and the household hazardous waste site. So we really want to get people out there and educate them on what can and can't be recycled, because a lot of times we get contaminants through our facility, and then we have a harder time selling them. So we want to get people out there to educate them on proper recycling and to avoid that wishful recycling too, because a lot of times people want to do the right thing and they tend to just recycle everything.
Right.
But that's not always the best. So.
Okay, so for instance, we're not just talking about, I think most people are kind of like, okay, well, glass is recyclable, so we can recycle that. But then there's also things that maybe people don't realize that they can recycle that are a little bit different. So what kinds of things are maybe some of the top mistakes of people thinking like, oh, I can recycle this, but actually not really?
Plastic bags are the biggest contaminant that we see. So sometimes they do have the recycle symbol on them, but they actually can't be recycled at our facility. So those are some of the things that we touch on, like common contaminants that we see there. So plastic bags, tops on like metal tops that you would see like on liquor bottles or something that oftentimes get stuck in the machines. Oh. So that's another big one. And then batteries and like nail polish, those are actually, we call that hazardous waste.
Really? So nail polish is hazardous waste?
Yeah, so people try to throw that away and then it goes to our landfill when it actually should be going to our household hazardous waste facility that we have, and we're really lucky to have that option, and they have a proper way of disposing of some of those materials because they're flammable, and electronics are another one that would go to our household hazardous waste site, and it's actually illegal to throw that away in our landfills.
Interesting, because it doesn't break down, or when it does eventually break down, it's just not good for the environment.
Right, and a lot of times there's chemicals that leach, we call it like leachate, but they seep out of there, and we want to avoid that.
Okay, and so for taking tours of the recycling center, how often do you do that? Does it need to be a group? Do you have to book ahead of time, or is it kind of like standard tours? How does that work?
So I can book those. We just need it to be a group of 5 or more.
Okay.
But we have businesses come through. We have community members and schools a lot of times. So if I have people email me some dates that they're interested in, and then I work with the facilities to make it happen. So. Okay.
So that definitely is worthwhile to kind of invest your time in. And then also something that you're doing that makes it even easier. Tell me about this Waste Wizard app.
Yeah, so we just started an Eagle County Waste Wizard app. So you can download it on your iPhone or Android, and you can search any material and it'll tell you the proper stream or disposal method. So we really want to divert things going to our landfill. So say you have something and you have no idea what to do with it, but you don't want to throw it away. You can search it in this app and it'll tell you some alternative options if they're available.
So it's like having you right on my phone, so I don't even have to ask you. I can just consult the app. So Waste Wizard app. And so, there's so many incredible ways to learn more about these things and also the programs at Walking Mountain Science Center. So thank you so much for just sharing just a small portion of what you guys do, but it's so important.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Man, I could ask you so many more questions. All right, so walkingmountains.org is the website to find out more information about all of the programs at Walking Mountains. Coming up, we are going to be closing out this edition of Good Morning Vail, and we have our final product of our kitchen adventure, so stay with us.